Hello, good morning. Welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I wanted to start over 10 minutes ago, but I kept getting delayed. Now we have two mezcals. We have, they're both Espadin agave types. I want to edit something. The Lajita is a Reposado, and the Rayu is a Joven. That means young, no aging. Rayu Joven. And the Lajita is what percentage of alcohol? That's what I thought, 40. %. Alcohol. All right, got that straight. Thanks for your patience. So the Lajita introduced in 1989, although I did some research, trademark research. Okay, I'm going to show it to you right now. Well, you can't do screen share on these Hangouts, Google, YouTube Hangouts, unfortunately, but I can read it. Lajita Mezcal from Licores Vera Cruz, right? That's the company, Licores Vera Cruz. It says first used anywhere date, 1960. October 5th, 1960. First use in commerce in the year 2000. But the bottle says 1989. Now, Licores Vera Cruz is the original registrant, they're saying. They were the owner at publication. They're a corporation. So I can't explain it, y'all, but I'm going to go with what the bottle says. The bottle says $19.89, so we may as well go with that. Get my glasses. Now, the competitor is Rayu from 5 years ago, 2017. Rayu Joven. This was $32 for a liter bottle, okay? At Total Wine, which apparently is a good price. Now, it's loaded with gunk. Like, if you think this thing is clear, wrong. It looks like it's got little dots all in it. It's not bubbles. It's clear, and but there's sediment all throughout. I don't know how you'd feel about that. Just little gray dots from top to bottom and little spirals, and it's really strange. Now, this one here is hazy as heck. It's gold, and it's got even more sediment. So mezcal, these are kind of dirty. I can see why they're not that popular, because just the appearance could probably turn people off. They'd be like, ugh, I'm not drinking that. It's not filtered right. It's going to make me sick. Always translate to English, yes. I don't think it's going to make you sick, but now they got premium, ultra premium, deluxe. I can't figure out what they're. Oh, it's under their premium, ultra premium brands. I think there's a Lajita tequila also, it looks like. It says Espadin agave, distilled in Matatlan, Oaxaca. Additional information. Okay, let's see description. Rested in oak barrels. Yes. For 5 months. I read somewhere on their website. That's not that long, but I guess it's that yellow color. Joe Biden's dentures. I raised a black flag on the poll this morning. Oh, okay. It's the anniversary of a mostly peaceful protest in District of Columbia. I think that's how you describe those kind of things. Now, so let's go with this here. Then we're going to get to the Rayu. This has got the tamper-proof cap. You can pour out, but you can't pour in. The only flags I have are red, white, and blue. Most of which have like this X design with stars on it. Pretty interesting flag. All right, now this is a screw cap. No corks for these two. Price $32 for a liter of Rayu, and $19.99 for a 750 of the Lajita. So let's see, 32. It's really $32.99. $32.99 divided by 1,000 times 750. I could be off a little bit. $25 a bottle, yeah, something like that. So it's a $6 difference. $5 difference. $5 difference. Is it going to be $5 better? I don't know if it's going to be better at all. So there we have them. The Rayu Joven Maguey Espadin, 100%, and it is made. It is 44% alcohol. Sorry. There is the master distiller. Show his picture, photograph. They show his photograph on the website too. His name is Martinez. Mr. Martinez. I can't read his first name. It's too dim in here. I thought that there'd be more daylight. All right. So let's see. First, the Lajita, the oldest of the Mexican drinks with a bouquet that faithfully reflects the traditional Oaxacan flavor. Rested in oak barrels with a maguey worm inside each bottle. Privileged food of the Aztec nobility. Carefully made with 100% selected espadin agave. Distilled in Matalan, certified in Mezcal Regulatory Council. Clear liquid with a golden hue, transparent, bright nose. It's not that clear. Golden, yes. Fresh and delicate balance of traditional aromas characteristic of mezcal and the maguey worm. Soft herbal with smoky and mineral notes that evoke its earth. Very smoky, very smoky. Mouth, exquisite balance between the flavor of Oaxacan mezcal and the maguey worm. Soft and light, but with the balance and final permanence. The worm is actually a caterpillar that turns into a moth. Here's the Rayu Joven. Looks like they got a new label with more color on it. Produced in the state of Oaxaca and fermented from a combination of agave species. Oh, they're saying a combination. Madre Quiche, Yabali, and Espadin. We're saying Espadin. Hold on a second. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. You're just not going to be able to come in anymore. I got this cat driving me mad. I'm going to have to ban her from the house because she don't want to behave. The plants mature for 7 years. They are harvested by hand and milled with mallets and fermented in open-air pine wood vats and twice distilled in a copper still. This mezcal has a big personality, crystalline color, and aromas of citrus, minerals, and earth. The Jabali offers, No, they spelled it wrong, Jabali or Jabli. They spell it in two different ways. Offers butter and hazelnut notes, while the Madraquiche provides a mineral note bursting with flavors of moist earth, dried trees, and freshly cut herbs. Espadin provides silky fruit tree of citrus. And I'll never remember all of that. All right. Gold and silver. So, gotta close my eyes. %44 versus 40. Is that gonna make a difference? It might. 88 proof versus 80 proof. And it smells slightly smoky, and it got that sweet vegetable thing going on that you get with the mezcals, you know. Same, but not as smoky. So initially, I think the one in my left hand is the Lajita, but I don't know. So let's go with the taste. Lots of smoky vegetable. Smoky succulent. Well, that's what it is. Smoky agave. It's sort of like, you know, Scotch. You have the smoky Isla Scotch. This is the smoky mezcal. Do I like mezcal? Well, it's okay. Tequila, it's all right. If I got to drink it, though, the smoke helps, gives it more character, makes it a little nicer. Now, other people may take the opposite tack, say, oh, no, smoky would turn me off to no end. When I first tried tequila last year, it was the Avion tequila, and it was smoky, so that got me impressed with it. But they're not all smoky like that. Some are just vegetable juice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no smoke here. No smoke relative to that one. It's just the look. I read all those descriptors. I can't pick all that out. But I'm not a master distiller, and I'm not trained to taste all that stuff. And plus, the video is not going to go on for 2 hours where you would have to break it down. And most people would say, well, who even cares? You know, I mean, some people do care because they're very particular about each aspect of it. And that's a good thing. It's not wrong. There's a beer reviewer, Darwin's Beer Reviews. He answers comments to me, you know, that I make on his channel. But he's very particular about each flavor, aroma, and he's detailed. Now, I can't go to that level, but I think he's had training or whatever. But I think he's a lawyer for his job, and they have to be particular and detailed with their documents, you see. So, but so he's interesting. Seems to give fair reviews. All right, so this is the Rayu. Is it good? Yeah, it's a most excellent product. On the other hand, it's not as good as the Lajita, even though it's $5 more per ounce. You know, if you go by ounces per ounce or per milliliter. If you get the same size bottle, $7.50, your standard bottle, it's going to be $5 more. But I don't think you get as good of a flavor. Now, the Lajita claims to be like a secret weapon. They're saying, look, we're way better than most brands and so forth and all of this. And I read the comments on the reviews people wrote on Total Wine and More, and they were saying the same thing. Don't let the price fool you. It's better than any of the other ones I've tasted. Now, I can't say that because I haven't tasted all the mezcals at Total Wine, and they got some that's $80, $90 a bottle. So those might just put these to shame, you see. I'll never know. I don't believe. So anyway, I'm going to go vote for Lajita as the winner. Yep, L for Lajita, and it's gold. So there you go. I didn't need a tag for these because they both go. One is gold, one is silver. Scrubby says, janitor says the next guy to where the guy next to where I work flies his flag upside down, and that represents a distress. Like if you're at sea and you see a ship with the national flag upside down, it means the ship is in distress. Although these days you can just call on the radio, you know. Unless you're trying to call and then the crazy boat captain comes smash the radio with a hammer and puts everybody in danger. But then later, if he gets eaten by a shark, you don't feel so bad because you say, well, he did it to himself. He could have easily called the Coast Guard. They to come and take care of it. But he's so deranged in his mind from post-traumatic stress disorder from World War II and all of that. So he does crazy things. You know, that kind of situation. The oldest World War II veteran in America died yesterday, 112 years old. Lived in New Orleans, Louisiana. By the way, I don't have any flags on a flagpole. My next door neighbor does. He got light shining on it. My father puts his flag out every day. I like studying flags. You know, I'm not a big flag. I have a flag in the other room, actually on display, but U.S. flag. But and then I have some other flags in the front room. Uh, but those are old flag designs from the 1860s, 1861, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. But and then I got one from 1861 hanging up in the bedroom. But anyway, they're all red, white, and blue. You know, they're red, white, and blue, baby. Never understood why Quint busted the radio. Oh yeah, you can understand why, because he explains it when he tells the story about the Indianapolis. See, because it cracked his mind. You see, even though he was a teenager, he went crazy in the head. You know, he became mentally ill. Remember his whole shed, his work area was full of shark skulls. He was obsessed with killing sharks. Married and divorced 3 times. You know, because he had this mania about that. That was the whole point of the movie. Having a shark going around attacking people, that happens a lot. Even though these shark lovers say, and I love sharks, I love wild animals, but they say, oh, they're not dangerous. I mean, yeah, they attack people quite often along the beach, but otherwise they're really peaceful animals. So to have this big great white coming along shore and eating people, not a real big surprise. They're hungry, they want to eat. A person is big relative to other fish, I guess, so they eat them. Crossing the Rubicon, I suppose. Yeah, like Captain Ahab. So, of course, the movie, they don't want to shut down. I mean, if it was a virus, they'd have shut down the whole city. But they didn't want to shut down July 4th for that was their big weekend of the year for the shark attack. So remember, the city officials, that's how government officials do. They want to downplay it like, oh, it's not dangerous. You know, you don't really know it's a shark, but they knew in their heart that it was. They just didn't want to hurt the business. So remember that. So then the scientist guy comes, the oceanographer, and then the or whatever he was, a fish scientist. Then the sheriff's there, and so then they meet up with the cranky guy, you know, the oddball, eccentric guy. And as the story develops, he's even more eccentric and strange. And then he explains at the end of the movie, he explains why. And he tells the story of the shark attacks from after the Indianapolis was torpedoed. So then that explains why he broke the radio. He wanted to kill the shark. I have to do it. You know, he didn't want the Coast Guard coming out there. Or, you know, whoever the state of Massachusetts could have sent easily to kill it. You know, it wouldn't have taken much effort. The shark was obviously looking to tangle with people. So, but then by doing that, he endangers the other 2 guys who they had no interest in this crazy, you know, this obsession with that. They just wanted to kill it. Maybe the oceanographer, fish scientists study it, the remains, and then go back. They right off the shore. They swam to shore. They're not far out. They did right off the coast, within sight of land. I mean, it shouldn't have been any. It was pretty routine thing. So, but he was, like I said, not right in the mind. So he endangered them. But then he's the one that got killed, and he panicked. Remember, at the end, he panicked driving the boat, getting the RPM so high it burned up the engine. Then it sunk. You know, so it's an interesting movie, but like you say, kind of like Moby Dick, you know, like stealing it. But the Rayu has smoke. It doesn't have a lot of smoke. The Lajita has a lot of smoke. So that's really kind of like, I guess I can't say that the Lajita is better quality than the Rayu. Would be fair. But in a personal preference challenge, I prefer the Lajita because of the smokiness. And I can very easily understand why somebody would have the opposite attitude. that they wouldn't like it because of the smokiness. So, and they would prefer the other one. So that's fine. Same with Scotch, single malt Scotch, or blended, because you can get very smoky ones. Some people want the bready single malts, and some people want the smoky ones. And there's neither right or wrong with it. You know, you get some people on the internet with beer, and let's be honest, beer, drinking beer, reviewing beer, is a very trivial thing. But they think it's important, you see. It's their religion almost. They really do think there's a right and wrong of drinking beer. They're like Quint and Jaws. If someone drinks Bud Light, that's wrong. That's wrong. They have to drink, well, whatever their fixation is, you see. And that's not a good mentally healthy approach to life, thinking that A, drinking beverages is important. Might be if you own a beverage company. And B, thinking that there's a right and wrong way of drinking them. Now, like diet drinks, I'm the most anti-diet soda person on earth, more than likely. Can't stand them, hate them. But for whatever reason, I do not understand. Some people love them. And I drank 2 from Bud Light, these seltzers that were made to taste like diet soda. Horrible products. Monstrosities, atrocities of mankind, in my opinion. But why is that? Because they're poorly made? No. See, it's a bias thing. It's because I can't stand diet sodas. Now, a person that loves Tab, there are people on earth that do, hard to believe, or loves Diet Coke, they might think, oh, wow, this is really good. That doesn't make them wrong. But I don't want to be part of that world. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, enough of the lecture. You know, there is no right and wrong for drinks. If you like Kool-Aid, go ahead, drink it. I don't want to be involved in that, but go ahead, drink it. Drink Flavor Aid, drink Weiler's. So later today, because Friday's not gonna work out, we got Fandango Friday, liqueurs and liquors. But later today, we're going to do another mezcal taste challenge, and that'll close mezcal out for about a year, 8 months. Then we off to blended, off to rye whiskey, rye. I have one that's not exactly exciting, but it exists and it's inexpensive, and yeah, a lot of people like it. I thought it would, you know, it's okay, it's nice, it's good, not excellent, but it's good. How's it going to do against the other ryes? My assumption is it's going to get murdered, you know, it's going to get massacred. But these things can be wrong. Sometimes you can really get fooled. So we'll see. Apparently, the famous scene where Quint recalls the sinking of the Indianapolis was mostly ad-libbed, as the actor was drunk. If you watch it closely, he clearly is. Oh yeah, he probably was. I mean, all these old actors back then was heavy drinkers. You know, if they weren't drunk, it was an oddity. But he was a genius actor. You know, too bad he died of a heart attack when he was like 50 years old, something like that. But from the he's a Irish or British actor, can't remember, British Isles, but he did a pretty good American accent. My father always says you could tell he's British though when you listen carefully. But yeah, that obviously he was, if he did ad lib it, it was based on the whole concept of what, it was a novel, Jaws, right? So I mean, obviously that's from the book that he was crazy from the dang sinking. But he might have ad libbed it, but it's still based on the plot. That's the plot. That's the whole plot. You say, what's the moral of the story? There is no moral of that story. There's no, well, the moral of the story might be don't trust governments when they're telling you something. Like, it's safe to swim. Yeah, sure. Maybe in a swimming pool. All right. Now all the actors, they're not drunk anymore. They're all on drugs. You know, they're all high on pills or yeah. So now they're still inebriated, but they high on some kind of a narcotic or amphetamine, like playing the Joker. I'm crazy. I'm the Joker. Well, yeah, but you're not really acting. You're just being yourself. All right. So thanks for watching this video production. The winner, I'm saying the winner is Lajita, but you may disagree. Thank you and have a nice Thursday. See you later today.